welcome back to a brand new episode. And tonight I've got a very funny one for you because we talk about Wall Street bets in a slightly less positive light. Because last time I did talk about it in a kind of positive light, but this time I'm going to be a little bit more in depth and say some things that I really think about this forum. So, for example, we're going to jump into some of the trades, some of the worst trades. But if you do want to just see some of the trades from there, part 2 of the Wall Street bets, worst trades and best trades is coming soon. This is just a warm up for that actually, so it should be coming out next week or later this week. And on top of that, I also made a video talking about Wall Street Bets and what it is, and that was earlier last week. So first things first, what is Wall Street Bets? So Wall Street Bets, you could argue, is a forum for the traders who are just not happy with the normal returns. These people are kind of willing to risk all of their life savings and everything, basically, on some once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at the chance to catch a massive rise. And obviously this is a very, very risky game. I'm just going to be scrolling through the forum, by the way. But this is obviously a very risky game. As I'm scrolling through, you'll be able to see some of the trades. For example, here we have a 1k to 38k in 6 months. Now, obviously, 1,000 isn't that bad, but we can see here this individual profited from the 1 year, and we can understand how this happened mid-February. We understand this one happened anyway with a lot of the technology stocks, and it is actually still going on. But yes, you can understand these people are trying to basically they're risking everything to get huge returns. So massive returns there. However, the risk which comes with it is unbelievable. Now these people, some of them are a little bit more skilled than others, let's say, but this is kind of not the most educated place at the best of times, for example. So basically, I would not follow a lot of the information from this site because a lot of it is very risky. A lot of them are titled YOLO trades, which means that they are these risks anyway, but sometimes the logic behind a Wall Street bet trade is just not there. It's just not the smartest thing to do, even when it is described as being logical. And for these reasons, I would say this forum, or this website, or this Reddit is kind of dangerous for people who are looking for honest information, because you can sometimes see biased news, sometimes news which isn't just the best to listen to, and I just would not 100% take anything on this site as something to compare yourself to. Because here we have again 2.2k to 94k in 4 months. Now, is that even believable? And again, that is another question with this one. I'm not saying that this person is wrong. It's probably true, to be honest, because obviously the markets have been very volatile recently. However, I'm just going to say some trades on Wall Street bets are a little bit dodgy, and you just got to bear that one in mind. So, for example, with Wall Street bets, we've got trades where people are talking about turning plus 10 million profits with a small amount, and those kind of things are not 100% believable. Like I said, plus 10 million was in the last video on Wall Street bets, so that should have been carded in by now. But yes, I'm just saying this forum is an interesting place, but not necessarily the most honest one. So please do your own research past here, because you'll see here someone's trying to jump into Wall Street bets and find some information. However, if we read some of them, they aren't necessarily the most clever things to look into. So we're just going to read out some of them here. So first things first, this individual has saved up some money, fair enough, and they are completely new to trading, wants to get in. So you can see they've saved up $2,000 and they want to get in. They would like to risk it for a huge potential gain, and that is what I was talking about earlier in this video. So the people on this forum aren't happy with the normal gains of trading, and they just want to get the hugest and largest gains that they possibly can, and that is extremely risky. That's risky beyond understandableness. It's risky, and it just basically, when people do win from these huge risks, what it means is it makes other people feel bad. And yes, there are a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of posts on this forum showing where people did huge wins, but there are a lot talking about where people did huge losses. And that is why in this channel and in this series especially, I'm going to be covering some of the losses on Wall Street bets, because I think that's a forgotten side a lot of the time with trading. Losses, not necessarily with Wall Street bets, because people do like to laugh at the losses sometimes, but with trading in general, I would say losses aren't often talked about, especially on Instagram, but this one is just one of these places where it can be a little bit dodgy. So this one does not look to be too bad of information. Open account with a brokerage, sorry. Pretty normal stuff, but obviously you've been reading it more than I have because I've been talking, but you can understand sometimes these things don't go right. So price points, evaluations, whatnot, not always the most reliable and accurate sources of information. so bear that one in mind. Anyway, I just wanted to cover it a little bit more in depth and give an honest view of it. My personal opinion is, would I trust anything on the site? Not really. Would I come here for advice? Probably not. Would I come here for entertainment? Yes. So don't come here for news. Perhaps you can get advice sometimes, because like I said, it's questionable with this one. Sometimes you get a good trader, sometimes you get an absolute idiot that doesn't know what they're talking about and tries to give you some dangerous information. And a lot of the times that will cause you to lose, because trading is hard enough anyway. So to add in an extra factor of somebody telling you some wrong news and showing you massive gains from high risks, it just puts you in a level where you want to be on that risk and you want to get rich as quick as they did, but you just don't know what they risked to get there. So that's one thing that I wanted to end the video on. You don't know what these people have risked, and you don't know how wrong it could have actually gone for them. And there are many examples on this forum where that could have happened. So I hope you enjoyed this short one. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Goodbye.